like to welcome to the fore Tim from Hunting and Fishing.
Good evening, everybody.
Here's the flash dress guy.
Flash dress guy. I didn't have a presentation, so I thought I would be the presentation.
Everything is for sale, except his underwear.
Right, running out of time, so I'll keep it pretty brief. I'm Tim Gale, and I'm one of the co-owners of Hunting and Fishing in Napier here. Been here for about 2 months. So I moved from the deep dark south, Pleasant Point, and yeah, been here 2 months, been down there for 5 months. Prior to this, I was the general manager for a national organisation, the New Zealand Game Animal Council. So I did a lot of work with Fish and Game, New Zealand Police, Deerstalkers Association, Firearms Safety Authority, Mountain Safety Council, and that was all about sustainable management of our game animals, trying to improve the access for hunters, and also fair, reasonable and practicable firearms laws, and also been a Mountain Safety Council trainee for the last 6 years teaching firearms safety, so that's why I just was looking for some clarification in that. So I'd just like to thank Kerry and Davey and John there for the invitation, and Napier Hunting and Fishing is happy to support, beefing up those vouchers so you guys can get in there and whoever won them and get some good products. So today we are going to be talking about, or tonight obviously we're talking about keeping safe on a river, and there's been a lot of good stuff covered, so I'd just like to thank the other presenters. When we're out there, the biggest thing I think is the weather. It's one of the biggest things. I grew up in Taupo on the banks of the Hirimai and the Waitanui and the Tauranga Taupo and the Tongariro fishing, and you're out there in the elements. A big thing is the wind. You come back after a day on the river and that wind's been whistling down the river all day and you're red. It's not usually sunburn, but it's windburn. So wear one of these buffs. Well, that's a mask that goes over your head, onto your neck. It's got an SPF 50 on it. You can breathe through that, keep all the mozzies off, whatever, keep the sun out, access some good shade, put your head over the top of that. You can also buy like hoodies and that sort of thing, which have a mask and wear a hood. I'm a big hunter now. I always take a hood, not only does it keep the sun off you, but also if you get a slight chill from the wind, you put that hood up and it keeps your neck area warm. So really key. Another thing to think about is a rain jacket. Something nice and lightweight. If you're not wearing it when it's not raining, you can fold it up, pop it into your day pack. When it does come to rain, if so happens, or the wind comes up, put your jacket on, and keep those chills off you. What I'm wearing here is some waders. So you can get a range of different waders. You can get your old PVC waders, you can get neoprene waders, which are still a thing. A lot less people use them, or you can get a waterproof, breathable wader. These are the biggest waders. We sell this particular model as a Sims wader, but they're lightweight, they're fully waterproof and they're breathable. The key thing, regardless of what you use, any type of wader, the key thing is that you wear a wading belt. Why do we wear a wading belt? To stop water getting in, right? So if you go under, you want to limit as much water coming up over the top and going and filling your legs up. If you've got a neoprene wader, obviously that provides a bit of buoyancy, will keep you up, so you put your knees up like that. Again, use a wading belt. That is the key thing. If you've got your waders and you don't have that on, well, you're actually, you're putting yourself in some danger. If you're going to do any summer fishing and you still want to use your wading boots, which we'll get to in a minute, you can actually just get a neoprene bootie, and because these waders, as you can see, they've got a neoprene bootie. If I take them off, I have to wear 2 or 3 pairs of socks to fill that gap up. So you can also get another neoprene bootie that fills that space. As John talked about before, we've got wading boots. So I do a lot of hunting. That's my main passion now. My hunting boots do not have the same grip as what a wading boot is. So I do a lot of river crossing when I'm hunting, and you've got to be real careful. And it's no different if you're hunting and you're crossing a river, or you're fishing and crossing a river. You take one step, you make sure you've got a good foothold, and then you take the other step. You only have to move your foot, you have to lock it in, and then keep going. Like John said, you can get studs that go into here. And again, if you're boulder hopping, I used to have tungsten studs in mine. I always found that they were better than just the standard stole. We used to do a lot of felt soles. Obviously they went out, 10, 15 years ago now, for biosecurity reasons. And so you've got this rubber sole here on there. Any wader, any boot, make sure it's fitted well. like these guys here, you want them so that you've got enough room. You know, if you're stepping up the bank, over a log, whatever, climbing up out of the river, you've got some movement, but you don't want them to be too big in here because you'll start to wear through them when you're walking. So they've got to be well fitted, have a little bit of room to move, and then wear a good wading boot as well. What I've also got on my side thing here is a wading pole, and congratulations to the young fella, you won a wading pole tonight, or a wading stick. So this guy here just pops up like that. I pull that forward and that locks in, and so when I'm crossing, river's coming that way, it's flowing that way, I can push that in there, lock it into a rock, take a step, yep, take another step, and again, if it's just make sure that your pole's locked in. The best thing about this guy, it comes on a spongy cord, I can drop that, yep, do whatever you're doing, grab your pole again, when you're going, you don't lose it, and keep going. So yeah, wear some good waders, wear a hat, make sure some, I don't know if anyone said wear sunscreen, because that wind burn and that sunburn is a big factor, and you know, stay hydrated, that's already been covered, and yeah, that's all from me. Have fun.